Hello everybody, this is just a really quick video. I want to do it within a few minutes if I can. Have you come across the Bedec All Primer yet? Now it's an all primer, all surface, all purpose, stain blocking, rust inhibitor, metal primer, wood primer, interior and exterior, water based. Now application wise, brush roller and you can spray it. So all sounds good. Now I just want to try it, see what it feels like. You've probably seen on back videos or videos coming up, I've got a green door and I want to see what the opacity stroke coverage is like just on this small area and just see what it feels like to apply. Now this is in effect your undercoat for building up over your substrate surfaces. So let's just have a quick go with that. I'm not going to tip it out into a paint kettle. I'll work out the tin. Brian, who's worked for us before, I'll start that again. Brian, who's worked for us, has tried this on some panelling. He was a little apprehensive about its opacity, so I thought I would give it a go on a dark colour and let's just see what it's like. Should this be covering to give you an obliteration, or should it be just as a base to work off that you can build up with your undercoats? So if you've used this before, please tell us. And just for putting the spanner in the works, I'm going to try this. You know, everybody's going on about these finishing off brushes. You know, the Hamilton Prestige laying off brush. Let's try using one of these. Let's see if it makes any difference to the actual finish. Undercoats and primers sometimes can be a little bit ropey and you get brush marks in it. So let's hope using a brush like this gets rid of that. So bear with me, I'll get my paint out, get it mixed up, and I'll get painting and we'll have a talkie. Now here we go. I've mixed it up. Feels quite thick in the tin, but then wiping the mixing stick down feels a bit thin. So that might mean it's a nice paint to apply. Right, let's see how we go with this brush. Everybody's going on about these brushes. Right. What they like for cutting in. Oh, feels a bit weird. I'm not using all of it. It's getting me paint everywhere. Let's see what it's like when it comes to. Let's see what it's like when it comes to the laying off. It's not very nice for applying the paint, but I suppose you get used to it. Oh, it's a lovely soft bristle. I can see where they get the name laying off brush from. Look at that. Quite nice. Wish the tops of the tins were a bit bigger, could get the brush in a bit easier. Right, let's go for it. Oh, covering the area nicely. What's this about? It's 100mm. So that's a 4-inch brush. Look how quick you could paint a door with a 4-inch brush. Right, getting enough on, doing the usual crow's nest, just getting it all over the place. Right. Now I'm going in for just wiping the brush down. And I think this is what it's for, laying off. So let's go for it. Horizontal laying off. Let's get the paint all even. Be quick with it when you're working with water-based paints because it's going to dry off. Now let's go for this laying off. Not bad, not bad. You might like it, not a lot. Who said that? You might like it, not a lot. Can't remember. Right, across the top. Let's just get it on. What are you thinking of the opacity over the green at the moment? Is it what you'd expect, or should it be a bit more obliterating? Wish the brush was a bit bigger, it could hold a bit more paint. Not too bad. I think for your next coat, you get a little bit more coverage, stroke opacity. And please tell us in the comments, have you actually used this paint? Where have you used it? Has it worked for you? With it being an acrylic based paint, you can tell it's acrylic. It's got a nice, it's got more of an ammonia smell. What do you find it like grip? What's its grip properties like? Have you used it as a grip primer? Is it a grip primer? You tell me. But on the whole, let's try and get a bit more neater laying off. Not a bad brush for laying off, that. Have you got one? What do you think of it? It's applied that quite nicely, even though it's a bit of a struggle. But on the whole, I think that's gone on quite well. So we know what acrylic paint's like for drying. Won't be bad, will it? So yeah, give us some comments. What do you think? Have you used this paint? And have you used one of these Hamilton laying off brushes? What could I have done better? Do we need to thin the paint more? Load it up more? Or just use an ordinary traditional brush? You tell me. Thanks for listening. Video's at the end.